from back home. This system is named the Rogue X for ROG and X99. It has a 5820K in it, dual 980s, a 730 series Intel SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. The water cooling system in this machine is called a Turbo Hydro. It's got a pump, dual radiators, a whole bunch of different fittings, but my favorite part is the quick disconnects. If you had any reason to swap all the graphics cards, if they failed, if you wanted to do an upgrade, if you wanted to put them in a different system, whatever it is, you'd be able to take these graphics cards out using the quick disconnects to easily do that, put the quick disconnects back together without the graphics cards, and be able to run your system totally fine, which is a sweet feature. It's not hard piping. Hard piping is super cool and looks great, but this is going to be easier to work with in the long run. As you can see here, these are Poseidon cards. I might have mentioned that earlier. Usually NCIX PC would be installing EK water blocks on their cards, but they just wanted to show how they could configure Poseidon cards for you if you wanted them. You can pick pretty much whatever the heck you want in their systems, and they'll do whatever for you. They can even put automotive grade carbon fiber on pretty much any PC you want. As you can see here, one of the tubing runs has carbon fiber on it. That was Ivan's nice little addition, but you can do pretty much whatever you want. Just contact them and they'll help you configure whatever you need. NCIX PCs is one of only 10 companies in North America that can say that they're powered by ASUS PCs. ASUS puts this certification on systems that they believe are very well built and very high performing. It's just a good overall experience. Next up is Doghouse. If you haven't heard of them, I don't blame you. Apparently they got the company name by the man who started it went in the doghouse when his wife was kind of mad that he started a computer business. I don't know how true that story is, but I heard that from someone that's here, so we'll see. Anyways, there's a 5960X inside, an Intel 730 series SSD, a 1000 watt EVGA power supply, an H100i, and that's about it, other than the dual 980s for performance hardware. In terms of custom work, they've added a lot of purple LEDs, including to the power button at the top of the case, although I would have hoped that they would have done it to the hard drive activity LED as well instead of just the power button, but it does look pretty cool and quite unique. But the big draw for this computer is that Doghouse computers will do custom 3D printing for you. So in this one, they've done a 3D printing shroud to go to the fan at the back to help cool your motherboard. A pretty unique and pretty cool system. I haven't really seen very many of these, so it was really cool to see it at PAX this year. Alright guys, next up is the Exotic PC Executioner. This has a 5960X, dual 980s, a 480 gig Intel Series 730 SSD, and 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. As you can see, it's very beautifully hard piped. I know I was just ragging on hard pipe a little bit when I was checking out the NCIX PC system, but that this could definitely be something you're looking for, especially if you're not looking for rapid upgrades in the future. One thing that they did here too is this is clear hard piping, so it actually looks like it's solid white, but that's due to the pastel nature of their actual liquid in the system. This system is currently just sleeved with the Corsair kit, but if you wanted to get custom sleeving from Exotic PC, that is definitely something they offer as well. One thing they can do too is metal piping if you're not down with that clear acrylic. I don't know exactly what metals they can use, but I know that they can do metal piping. And if you want some more customization, as you can see, this system is lit up with LEDs. You can get your system lit up with LEDs and controlled by an external controller. So you can like turn the lights off when you want to go to bed or anything like that. One of the bigger draws for this system as well was how much it's been painted. They've got an automotive grade painting solution where they can paint pretty much anything. And in this system, they've done up the GPU plates on the graphics cards and the actual case itself with their custom logos, which looks really sick. They've actually also painted the RAM. I didn't notice that at first. And it wasn't just the kind of plasti-dip solution that Linus did in his build log. It's actually, again, that automotive grade paint. Next up is Origin PC. They have a 5960X, 730 series SSD, a 1300 watt EVGA power supply, and a 3 980s actually. Most of the systems here are running 1 or 2 980s, but Origin went for 3. The CPU is cooled by a triple radiator in the top, a triple 120mm radiator in the top, which also has their own custom logo on the block. Other than custom sleeving, there actually wasn't a ton of like mods done to this case, but they made it into my showdown just because of how badass their actual case is. As you can see in this situation, they've rotated their motherboard, something super unique. Up in the front, they've got that really sick hard drive cage that they have in all of these cases, which is just a really nice adder that you don't see in a lot of these cases. So if you're looking into something which isn't necessarily too crazy, this system could go for you. But Origin also offers a ton of modifications if you go for one of their other tier systems. And last, but definitely not least in performance or price, is the Maingear Force Superstock. In its current configuration, it has a 5960X, dual 980s on a deluxe board with 32 gigs of RAM and a 1200 watt Corsair power supply. And naturally, it also has 730 series SSDs for storage storage, but any of this stuff is configurable. You could get more larger 730 series SSDs, you could get more graphics cards. This case obviously supports up to quad graphics cards, pretty much whatever you want. The parallelized dual pump water cooling system on this thing is nothing short of insanity. There's 85 fittings. That's enough fittings to easily cool 8 different systems if you had to use them individually. But they use all these 85 fittings to do a lot of really cool things. There's a really easy access drain port. It looks generally beautiful throughout the entire thing. But something to remember is that just those 85 fittings alone will be around $1,000. But if you're going for a Force Superstock, price probably isn't a large object for you, so I'm just going to move on from there. It has a triple 140mm radiator in the top and a quad 120mm radiator in the bottom to go along with all that nice fancy water cooling. To help justify the cost of this system, there's an insane level of detail. If you have a very specific color that you need all your logos to be, they can match that with their wire combs as they make them in-house, and they'll even color coordinate everything all the way down to the exact zap straps that are all throughout the system. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out youtube.com/KingstonHyperX. They helped us a ton with getting us here this year, and they release a lot of cool gaming content, and we even have some stuff on there, so be sure to subscribe. Also check out store.phantomglass.com to pick up the best damn screen protectors out there, and lynda.com/PAX to help learn a bunch of cool stuff like editing in Premiere, coding, BusinessWorks, whatever the heck you want. Alright guys, what build was your favorite? Hit up hashtag MyIntelBuild on Twitter or Instagram or Vine or whatever the heck you like to frequent and let them know. If you submit your build or another buddy's build or a build you've done or maybe even one of these, you might be able to win one of 3 Core i7 Intel processors. Along with definitely using that hashtag, let me know what system you like the most in the comments down below and over on the forum. Thank you guys for watching. Stay subscribed to Linus Tech Tips to see all of our PAX East 2015 content. Alright guys, if you stay tuned for this long, I have a little surprise for you. I don't know how much I can tell you about it, so I will tell you nothing. But it is an SSD prototype, and if you go to intelgamingpromo.com/SSD, you'll see maybe more information, but definitely a countdown timer. And if you wait for IEM or Intel Extreme Masters, they'll definitely be releasing more info there, so stay tuned.